Hiya! And welcome back to Nekojishi. So, yeah. Did anyone else watch the, thing last night? The, eclipse? Because it was really cool. Anyways, let's just hop right in. We're going to be finishing, Likulau's route tonight. And, yeah. I'll go back. This isn't how I want things to end. I want to see him again. Let's hope this new idea works. I don't really want to be kidnapped again. I look to see the mountain path stretch up before me. I really have to climb back up, don't I? I let out a sigh. Well, I'll do what I have to do. I'll make it somehow. With a few tentative steps, I begin to work my way back up the mountain. Eventually... Oh, I'm mentally... Bro, after, like, Echo and Adastra, I think I'm, like, prepared for... heartbreak. Eventually, I reach the entrance of the cave just to see a leopard sitting there, crying. God damn it. It's the first time I've seen him cry. He holds his usual expression even now, but the misery behind his eyes is plain to see. Just looking at him, I feel his torment and his sorrow. God damn it. Fucking. Ugh. Even his corner sprite, his side image. Liao? Liao. Hey, I'm back. Liao. What's that face for? Aren't you glad to see me? They're already posted on YouTube. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can, find them all on the homepage, like the playlist and everything. Glad. Jeez, you really have to be like that. I don't know where to start. Anyways, I came back for you. So, like I said, I wanted some time to think over other options. I got one. You know that there's a Rukai boy in my club, right? Jihao? You've seen him a few times. He nods. So I figured that, well, compared to a Han like me, wouldn't Jihao be more suitable to explain the impending danger to your people? Oh, epic. Thank you for the, subscription to my YouTube. It might be hard to get him to believe me, but he's a really nice person. I think I have a good chance. Even if he thinks I'm insane, he won't ignore me completely. Your predictions, they're serious. Even without being a real oracle, I think he might be able to convince his people. I can't promise that it'll work out, but I want to believe it's worth trying. So what do you say? God damn it. Yes. Whatever Liao says is good. That's not true. Obviously I said bad things to you earlier, and I hurt you. I am sorry. I'm not mad at all. It probably doesn't make any sense, but even after everything he's done, I don't hate him at all. He's a good person. So, if that's all worked out, want to go back home? Yes. Okay, but the spirit paths... No spirit path. I've just hiked for 2 hours. I really don't think I can make it much longer. My feet are killing me. Suddenly, Leopard picks me up, cradling me in his arms. What? I carry you. Wait, hold on. You're going to carry me? I'll be floating to anyone who sees me. Tiring. But okay, for Liao. Leopard jumps, holding me tight in his arms. He lands on a tree branch, then kicks off once again, leaping between branch after branch with steady considered jumps that send us moving so fast I can't keep my eyes open. Wow, it's a long way down. We'll be okay. I don't think his answer was really in response to what I said, but I can't stop him. It feels a bit like when he kidnapped me, but this time it's more like we're running away, together. Once I got back home, as much as I wanted to contact Ji-Hao straight away, Tiger's statue was my top priority. Immediately, I made arrangements to bring the statue back to my family's temple. The repair was going to take some time, so I then went back to Taipei with Leopard. After things settled down, I finally had a chance to invite Ji-Hao over to tell him everything about Leopard and his tribe. At first, I was worried that he wouldn't believe me, but we eventually convinced him, which involved more of Leopard showing off to him rather than him actually believing me off the bat. Turns out a floating table is hard to ignore. Regardless, he agreed to call some relatives back home and warn them about the possible mudslide. Even with Ji-Hao's help, it wasn't easy to convince the tribe, but their lives are a serious matter. After a lot of time and effort, we finally managed to organize someone to go there and test the soil surrounding the village. Predictably, the ground was found susceptible to collapse under flooding, and they issued a formal warning to the locals on how to prepare in the case of disaster. I hope it means they're safe if the landslide ever does happen. Taking our opportunity, I have Ji-Hao continue to deliver Leopard's warnings to the people of Wutai. Ji-Hao himself doesn't want the attention of becoming the new Oracle, so he's crafty about it, forwarding Leopard's messages through one of his relatives, who in turn make the changes. Over the past few weeks, it's been clear to see that Leopard's long-accumulated anxieties have been finally fading away, although he still worries over not having a proper Oracle. I don't think that's going to come so easily. Well, as far as Ji-Hao goes, I'd be surprised if his aunt hasn't caught on to something at this point, but I'm not going to bother him over it. It's his family, after all. Once Tiger's statue is fixed, I bring him back to Taipei, but these days it kind of feels like he has his own plans, keeping a distance but always reminding Leopard to protect me. When it came time for summer holiday, he asked me to send back home to gather divine power. I guess he probably hopes to become stronger. Senpai ended up dropping out of college and going back home. I haven't been able to get in contact with him since. The whole club was sad to see him go, but we all understood his tenuous situation back home. There's really nothing we could do. As for me, I continue my college life with Leopard by my side. When it comes to dancing, Leopard's been helping me get better. I keep on being told I'm improving by leaps and bounds compared to earlier this year. Even though it's all thanks to Leopard and not myself, I'm happy about it. After all, not everyone has a god to teach them. I guess sometimes cheating a little bit works out in the end, doesn't it? Oh? Aw, so cute. Oh. Okay. Today, Ji-Hao gave me a few bottles of Malay wine as a gift. Apparently, they were brewed locally in a nearby village and fermented with traditional process involving red quinoa. The Malay wine has a light yellow color, very turbid as well. It really doesn't look good to me, but Leopard's eyes light up as soon as he sees it. You like to drink? Yes, Malay wine only. Favorite. So you just like Malay wine? Guess I'll have to ask Ji-Hao to get more next time. Yes, please. He's practically bouncing with anticipation as he watches me pour a glass to offer to him. Personally, I don't really drink, and it's for an offering anyway, so I decide to not have any. Leopard takes the glass, bringing it to his lips before licking them as if he had already finished the entire glass. But it seems as though that's not enough to satisfy him, reaching out to one of the bottles and drinking from it directly. Thankfully, I remember to put the lid back on so he doesn't spill it everywhere this time. Wait, is he going to drink all the bottles in one go? Ji-Hao did say it tastes best if you drink it as soon as possible, but I don't think this is what he meant. Yeah, cute. Huh? I turned to Leopard. His face flushed a rosy red. Huh. So even gods become flushed when drunk. I have a bad feeling about this. Leopard moves in close, beginning to lick my face with his wet tongue. His breath smells of alcohol. It's not strong enough to cause me to choke, but he's never done this before. What if he's a bad drunk? Liao. Want to eat. Wait, what? Leopard pins me down before I could finish my sentence. Hey, no, hold up. Okay, hold up. Leopard sits up, but instead of stopping, he lifts me up in his arms, carrying me like a bride. Wow. Leopard places me gently onto my bed, then he lies down next to me, pulling me onto his chest, resting his head against mine as he snuggles me. Is he going to... He begins snoring. Oh, thank God, I thought it was going somewhere else. Honestly, we've lived together for a while now, and this is the first time I've ever heard him snore. He snores, exactly like a cat. It's adorable. He really is a bad drunk, though. How could you fall asleep that fast? What the heck? I'm a little annoyed, but it's more funny than anything to lie there, buried into his chest, smelling the faint smell of wine on his breath. Maybe I should have Jihao bring more of this stuff next time. It's kind of nice to see Leopard drunk like this. You know, I wonder if I could use it to have him say how he really feels about me. My mind goes wild thinking about what could happen next time he gets drunk, and before I know it, I fall asleep in his arms. Oh! That's new! Okay, hang on, I'm gonna, disappear the game real quick while I check something. Okay. I just checked it. Yeah. We got all the endings for Leopard. Which is epic. Okay, I don't know what to call you by, but I have a couple saves here. Which one should we load from? Or should we just start a new game? Confused with this. Okay. Okay, who should we share the bed with? Okay, let's go with, Shuchi. Alright, Senpai's the only one here with a real body, and I'm not about to let him catch a cold. Yeah, I know I could trust your hospitality, Liao. I didn't say you could sleep on the bed yet. But that's what you mean, right? Right. Thank you so much. Senpai jumps onto my bed before I even have time to say anything. Sorry, Tiger. After all, Senpai's got... I know, he's got a real body, does he? It's not my business. He walks to the bookshelf and just suddenly disappears. Did he just go back to his statue? Okay, as surprising as it is to see something just disappear right in front of my eyes, he really is a god. Tiger? I can hear him speak back from the statue. I'm fine. So you're going to sleep with him, are you? I don't have a bed, so I'm getting back inside the statue. I'm really sorry. As I just said, I'm fine. It doesn't sound like he's fine, but as it is, there's nothing I can do to help. I sigh and sit on the corner of my bed. Mr. Leopard, what about you? I find way. Leopard's eyes peruse around my room, seemingly meeting with my desk. Unceremoniously, he proceeds to lie down on top of it, keyboard, books, and all. I prepare to stop him. The desk is messy, and worst case scenario, he could break my keyboard. I hesitate, regardless of being laid upon. The contents of my desk are unfazed. Some of them even look like they're phasing through his body. Right, he's spiritual, so he can't actually touch anything. But he got those pants for me earlier, so that logic doesn't work. Strange. What's wrong, Liao? Oh, I know. It's because he's able to not touch some stuff, right? Yeah, how'd you guess? Because I know Liao better than anyone. Stop it, just explain it. It's not hard to understand. Powerful spirits are able to move things. Have you heard about poltergeists? It's something like that. Granted, it was the first time I've seen someone use it to fetch clothes. Oh, if I could have that power, I wouldn't need to possess your senpai's body anymore. Yeah, what was the point of that anyway? You weren't able to see me before, so I needed to possess someone to talk to you. If I did have enough power, though, I could just write you to you with a pen. Even then, it's not convenient. It would take way too much energy. And what would you do if you saw some random pen writing by itself? That's why it's for the best that I possessed someone. I still think you have ulterior motives. What? Liao's bullying me again. Come on, I'm bullying you? Besides, are you going to finish your Lao Mei? I need to sleep. Yeah, Will. Don't you want any? I did buy it for you, after all. I am way too exhausted to eat. But... Senpai stares at the leftover Lao Mei. Well, if Liao doesn't want any, neither do I. You're just going to throw it away? What? No, that would be a massive waste. Senpai seals the bowl with a plastic bag and puts it inside the fridge. Yeah, I feel dumb for not thinking of that. So Senpai is really a guardian tiger of a small temple? Huh. I can't believe that a guardian tiger could actually be so small. Alright, this should do. You can just have it for breakfast. There won't be any time to cook anything. Why not just wake up earlier? You make it sound so easy. Yeah, maintaining a proper sleep schedule is good for your health. I know that, and you want to talk. You're actually keeping me from sleeping right now. Anyways, come on, let's sleep. Senpai tucks himself under my bed sheets and shyly pats the mattress next to him, trying to invite me. His face is clearly flustered, as if he was thinking something lewd. Does he really have to be like this? Honestly, I think it might even be better if it was anyone other than Senpai on my bed. Senpai, I'm going to sleep on the floor at this rate. Aw, don't be so cruel. Am I really that bad? Senpai looks like he's about to cry. He's not about to back down now. I'm not going to bother reassuring him, so I just lay in bed next to him and pull up the quilt. I knew you wouldn't abandon me. I turn off the light and get cozy under the quilt. My bed is pretty small, so we have no choice but to have our bodies touch. Surprisingly, Senpai doesn't make any moves. Well, at least he was joking about earlier. I mean, I might have been okay. No, he's just making fun of me. Does he think acting like this will make me want to help him? I wonder if he's just like this with every guy he dates. But really, to go to these lengths, I'm starting to think he might be serious about this request for help. I doubt he would be kidding around with something important to him, but what should I do? I've never considered living in a countryside temple. And what about the real Senpai? He won't be possessed forever. I don't want to live in the country alone, even if that leopard cat finds another body. Wait, what about their lives? Would he always use human bodies? I don't know. I keep asking myself these questions. I should probably just ask him. Hey, Senpai, you still awake? What's up? So, you said you didn't have any worshippers. Why's that? There's not much to say. It's just a rural village with no one around. I don't want to blame ourselves, but my Furigong just really isn't that powerful. Otherwise, why would he choose a small Yaohuai like me to be the guardian tiger? Our temple is in disrepair. There's weeds everywhere. Some of them are even taller than me. So what can I do to help? We just need some helping hands. You might have to do the housekeeping to start with, or you could advertise the power of our Furigong. You know, like making up stories, or even miracles, or visiting the locals house to house, asking if anyone needs our help. Sounds like we're bilking people and making them our worshippers. Not at all, but how else do you gain power without getting people to believe? So I just have to make up stories and play volunteer? Basically. And how is this job different from being a priest? Well, it isn't. Well, it isn't? So why am I the only one who can do that? But you're the only one who can help me. We need someone to communicate to the locals. And how can we do that without someone to speak for us? We're there to help all the locals more than anything. But it doesn't help me at all. Well, why not sacrifice yourself to help people? I'm not noble like that. Well, I know you're not willing to do so, but it'll only take 1 or 2 years if we do a good job. We only need your power until we have enough worshippers. Just 1 or 2 years. Please? 1 or 2 years doesn't sound that bad by itself, but I'm in college now and I can't drop out just for this. And on top of that, I have my mandatory military service after graduation. It's not that easy to get a dancing-related job either. I still need to practice really hard to get good enough. I really don't have a way to spend 2 years as a priest. This decision is really going to completely change my life. Liao? Give me some time. Yeah, take your time, but also remember to sleep. We both need to get some. Says the guy who's keeping me from sleeping. Sorry about that. By the way, even though I'm here to seek your help, I'll do whatever I can to help you. I am a god after all. Really? I don't see it. Hey, you meanie. Anyway, let's go to sleep. Senpai gently rubs my arm, then holds the back of my head with his paw. Surprisingly, I don't feel awkward, even with the warmth of his body against mine. The fur on his paw feels so smooth. Tired, I close my eyes. I fall asleep soon after, feeling the soft touch of his arms around my body. I hear a voice whispering in my dreams. Delicious. 5 more pieces. What the hell? I can see pieces of golden tasty salt and pepper chicken? Those fried basils look so appetizing. 5 pieces of chicken. Man, I'm feeling hungry. More, I realize there's a moist tongue licking my arm. It's cold. Suddenly I wake up. I open my eyes to find saliva dripping down my arm. Okay. Weird. Senpai? What? Morning, Liao. Senpai snatches the sheets from me and goes back to sleep, leaving me trembling in the cold spring morning breeze. Senpai, hey, damn it! Good morning, Liao. Huh. Oh, good morning. I turn around and find Tiger staring at me. It reminds me of what happened last night. He stands before me, sun shining down on him through the window. I can't keep staring much longer or it'll look weird. Liao, you woke up late today. Did you have a sleep with them? Did you have a sleep well with them? Nice? Yeah, no, I mean, why do you have to ask that? I can't exactly say that I had a nice sleep with Senpai, but I can't stand Tiger's stare either. I just decided to get out of bed. Good morning. Good morning. I still feel a little bit awkward about all this. Well, you... What's up, Liao? Nothing, but... I look at these 2 cats up and down while they're standing beside my desk. My little room is now getting pretty crowded, I suppose. Then there's Senpai curled up under my quilt, his fluffy little head poking out at the end. This sure is a strange day. It's nothing strange to me. You'll be used to it soon. However, the only difference being I don't have my place upon Liao's bed today. He's still pissed about that. So Tiger really is bothered about that. There's not really much I can do since I already let Senpai use the bed. Oh, right. What time is it? Look for yourself. Tiger points to my phone on the bedside table. It's already 10. I usually get up around 9. Oh, 10. I mean, my classes are in the afternoon anyway, and campus is just around the corner. I could make it if I left half an hour before. So what should I do? Usually I'll just surf the internet, but with everyone here... Speaking of doing things, I'm pretty hungry right now. I should probably wait until Senpai's up though. He'd want food as well. I decided to just use my computer to pass the time, turning it on and opening up my social media pages. Wait, something feels strange. I think we've already, seen all that. Yeah, we did. Is that really impossible? Did I mention that rejuvenating my temple will take at most like 3 years? Sure, your guardian tiger wants you to go back home, but it's not like he said when. You can do that after helping me in the Clouded Leopard, right? That'll take too long. 2 years with you, then the Leopard, not to mention my military service. Why should I waste my youth on this? I'd have to quit dance club. I'd have to drop college. There's no way. Then couldn't you just help me? It's still not that easy. I won't drop out for you. Can't you just wait until I graduate? If I choose to take 2 years off, I'll need to perform my military service before that. And then 2 years with you? That's probably the end of my dancing career as it is. I know, but seriously speaking, it's not easy to feed yourself by dancing anyway. Even Yanshu Chi, never considered dancing as a real career option. Do you think you could really manage that? But I can't just give up all the effort I've put into this and all the lengths I've gone to so far. Well, honestly, haven't you only been dancing for like half a year? Hell no. I've wanted to do this since high school. It's not like my other options are any better anyway. I don't really care for that stuffy religious stuff. I came to Taipei because I didn't want to be constrained by my family. Now you expect me to give what little I have up just because I have some special talent? I know, it's not something you can decide in a day, but I want you to think about it. I've just been driven up the wall. I'm seeking your help because I really have no way out. So just think about it, alright? I want to work something out with you, senpai, but... Hey, Shu-Chi, come over here. Okay, who do we want to hang out with? Well, we have not done Senpai, I don't think. I think we have gone somewhere with Mr. Leopard and Tiger. I'm just gonna go with Senpai, honestly. Well, I've got to go out with one of you. Well, you need to at least have some fun on your day off. Going to an appliance store on the weekend is way too boring, yeah? Well, even if it were, I would still wish to go. So, now go shopping with me. This weekend is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. There's a weekend every week. But this is the first weekend of me living in Liao's apartment. To commemorate this, we need to go out and have some fun. Alright, you make your point. I'll do as you say, alright? I have no interest in arguing with Senpai. That and he won't keep quiet until I agree to go out with him anyway. Yay! Liao, if you were to go out with that kitten, I wish to keep you company. You want to come with us? I told you before, I'd worry if you were with that kitten alone. You're way too overprotective, old man, but I'm okay for you to come with us. Just don't bother us on our date. This isn't a date. Liao, there's no need to be so shy. I'm fine as long as I can keep watch over Liao. Okay, but no eavesdropping. And remember, Liao can make his own decisions. It's not up to you to control him. Of course, that's the same to you as well. I won't force Liao to go anywhere he doesn't want to go. That alright with you, Liao? Actually, you've tried to do just that. Several times. Senpai has constantly been trying to get me to have dinner with him, after all. Though it's not like I've made an effort to compromise with him either. Fine, I swear, I'll behave myself today. Liao, could you please go out with me? Alright, absolutely. Let's go. Leopard looks disappointed. I feel bad, but I have no other choice but to ask him to take care of the place while we're out. Afterwards, I leave my apartment with Tiger and Senpai in tow. Woo! We're here! So Liao, is there any shopping you want to do? Anywhere you want to go? What? Well, I don't really shop for myself that much. I've only lived in Taipei for half a year. I don't really have any interest in shopping, so I rarely hung out with my classmates. In fact, I've only been to this shopping district once since I've lived here. What? How can that be? Don't tell me you just stay home every weekend. Well, there isn't much to say. He's right. I rarely go out on weekends, let alone head out into the city. I'm kind of embarrassed to admit it, but I think it's nicer at home. That's okay, I'll be your tour guide today. Shopping, eating, arcade games, or movies. What do you want to do, Liao? Well, let's see here. Wait, aren't you cold wearing that? It may be spring, but it's still cool outside. Even if we're out in the city, it's not enough to wear a thin jacket. Oh, I'm fine. After all, I'm also a guardian tiger. The fact that God cannot get sick won't stop your body. You should put something on. After all, it would be terrible for you to ruin Yanshuchi's body. Quit it, old man. I can look after myself all right. I know I won't get sick that easily. Even Yanshuchi would wear this unless it was freezing outside. So there's usually no problem with this. If anything, it's a shame I didn't dress up more for today. Right, Liao? It's totally irrelevant, but he's right. I've never seen Senpai wear much. I'm fine as long as you aren't feeling cold. Just remember to tell me if you do, and we'll find something for you. It's not like we're in short of clothing stores around here. The street we're on is littered with stores. Even with a brief glimpse, I can see at least 2 clothing stores. However, both of them are for women. It's fine, Liao. I'll be alright. Oh yeah, also, I just remembered. There's something around here I think you'll like. Senpai cheerfully leads me around the corner and up to one of the street side stands. I wanted to ask Senpai what he meant, but when he got there, I could pretty much figure it out. The stand before me was festooned with fuzzy, stylized animal hats. They hang from the top to the stand from the top of the stand to the floor below in vibrant rows of fuzzy color. They had a wide variety, including dogs, bears, tigers, deer, raccoons, as well as a few from cartoons I didn't recognize. How about this one? You think it suits me? That's fucking adorable. Senpai tries on a hat that looks like a husky. Wait, is it okay to try these straight off the shelf? The clerk comes over and starts introducing the products for us. Honestly, I think he'd ask Senpai to take the hat off, but he happily continues his spiel. Senpai adjusts the hat and swings around dramatically. The dangling pom-poms swoosh around in the air as he moves. Hey Liao, cute, right? Well, yeah, it's cute. Before me is a kitten. Actually, a leopard cat wearing a husky hat on his head. It's very cute. When you think about it, his cat ears are covered by dog ears. It's a pretty strange thought. Great. So does that mean you should buy it for me, Liao? What? Why do I need to buy it? Isn't it common sense to buy a gift for your partner on a date? It's still not a date, you know. And what common sense is that? What, Liao? Weren't you just worried that I was too cold? Come on, buy it. Buy it, please. The hat is so thick and fuzzy, and those ear flaps would cover his ears from the cold wind outside. Also, the price is pretty cheap. It wouldn't be that much of a hassle to buy it for him. Should I really get it for him just because he told me to? Okay, should we buy the husky hat for Shuchi-senpai? Okay. No, I'm not gonna buy it for you. Aw, but I feel really, really cold now. Senpai, at least try to be convincing. You won't get to me that easily. That sweet and innocent face is useless. Besides, it's not like we're a couple. So I shake my head in disagreement. Senpai pouts back. You're such a meanie, Liao. We're only going shopping together. You're free to pay for your own stuff. It doesn't matter if it's not a gift from you, Liao. We're not a couple, though. You're a good friend to me, Senpai, but don't expect me to just buy gifts for you. Wah. Even though he cried a bit over it, he doesn't insist any further. He puts the hat down and continues on shopping happily. I hope he isn't too bummed out over this. I still don't want to spend money, but I feel bad for letting him down. If he does end up asking me for something cheap, I'll probably get that for him. As we went around shopping, he didn't end up asking for anything else. He did end up winning a husky plush toy from a claw machine, though. It's kind of like the hat he wanted to buy. Nevertheless, it was cute and he really enjoyed getting it. Eventually, after wandering around the whole marketplace, we returned to where we started. I'm tired. We'd been walking for ages at this point. It must be visibly straining to the point where Senpai picks up on it. Hey Liao, you look tired. Want to take a rest and get something to eat? Yeah, but we probably shouldn't eat much this so close to dinner. We'll just get something small then. I know this tasty fried chicken stall nearby. Did you say fried chicken? So aggressive about it. Where the hell did he come from? What, old man? You hungry or something? Well, I would like to try some of Liao's food. Offering it to you makes no difference to me, so I don't see why not. It's subtle, but I noticed Senpai grumbling under his breath when I said that. Alright, since we're all hungry, it's time to hurry up and get some grub. Senpai brings us to a food cart. If the line's this long, the food must be amazing. Well, let's hope it is. It took half an hour, but we eventually got some of the coveted fried chicken from the food cart. Afterwards, we buy 2 cups of fruit tea from another nearby shop. Senpai attempts to hold the bag of fried chicken and his drink at the same time. Now he's trying to use a skewer to pick up the chicken from the bag as well. I hope he doesn't spill the tea everywhere. The aroma from that fried chicken is excellent, quite different from the ordinary varieties. Well, it's very special, a taste you'll never find anywhere else. Oh, trying to tempt me, are you? Fine, Liao, let me try some. With a cheeky smile, I pick up 2 pieces of chicken on the skewer and bring them up to Tiger's mouth. He bites into it and eats them directly from my hand. Whoa, we practically just spoon-fed him in public. Not bad. The taste really is special. Now that he's consumed the chi, the chicken is still there for me to eat. It doesn't surprise me anymore. I've seen it plenty of times, so I bite into the skewer of this decadent fried chicken. Whoa. The surface of the chicken is crisp. The soy-based sauce accompanies the juicy and chewy chicken perfectly without being salty at all. I've never had chicken like this. It really is special. It's delicious. I agree. Liao, give me some. Senpai has his mouth open, waiting for me to feed him. Senpai, can't you just eat your own? But if Liao doesn't feed me too, it's not fair. Senpai, unlike him, people can actually see you. Please don't embarrass me so much. Well, no fair. Alright, how about just 1 piece? Yes, please. Reluctantly, I feed him 1 piece of my fried chicken. I'm worried someone saw that, but he licks his lips happily. God, it's almost like we're a real couple. I'm so happy to be fed by you, Liao. Senpai, sometimes you're such an idiot, you know? What? Isn't this what happens when you go out on a date? People on dates don't just feed each other in public. Senpai, do you just treat everyone like this? Like, you keep talking about us being on a date. Well, so... I hesitate just for a moment. Like, what happens if I ask this and then things go badly? It totally ruined the atmosphere between us. I can't keep ignoring this. I've got to ask him eventually. Might as well be direct about it. Senpai, why do you want to be in a relationship with me? Senpai winks at me and swallows the chicken he was chewing on. It's because I want to stay with you, Liao. Don't you just want me so I can be the priest of your temple in Meowly? Us being together doesn't matter to you, right? So wouldn't it just be inconvenient if I ended up in a relationship with Senpai? You don't want to have to bring Yanshu-Chi with you to Meowly, right? Well, that's right. Actually, maybe I'll end up taking him to Meowly, but it doesn't matter. Like you said, it's going to take more than 1 year to rebuild people's worship of my temple. That means we're going to live together for a long time, right? If that happens, I need to make sure that Liao's happy with that. In that case, we wouldn't have needed to go out shopping today, huh? I mean, we'd have plenty of time together in Meowly. Meowly isn't nearly the same as Taipei. Meowly is pretty much just countryside, while Taipei has all these cool shops, and Meowly has a lot of nice places too. Oh, really? I don't know much about Meowly. But even if we went back to Meowly, Senpai, wouldn't be Senpai anymore, right? You don't really need Senpai's body to reach me anymore, and you don't need to spread these rumors about us at the club. I did it because I want to get to know you, even if it's useful to me if I leave Taipei. Even if I wanted to, I wouldn't do anything against Yanshu-Chi's will. It wouldn't feel natural to him when I leave his body. I possessed his body, so I'm responsible for him. Everything I do follows his personality and habits. So the shopping or dating are really all things Yanshu-Chi would have done. I just have to get to know you in the same way that he would. Yeah, I guess it's not been easy for you. But there's no way I'll give up. After all, I have to get Liao to help me. Well, so then how will you be after you leave Senpai's body? At that point, you wouldn't be forced to think and act like Yanshu-Chi. Wouldn't you end up a completely different person? Oh, so you're worried about that? Don't worry. I possessed him in the first place since our personalities are basically the same. When that happens, I'll just make sure I don't do anything weird. It's going to be totally okay. Alright, I still think it's strange though. Liao, you're overthinking it. Is it really not an issue? I'm still worried about it, but I guess I can't really pressure him more at this point. It's going to be fine. Trust me, okay? You have my word. Senpai moves in close. He's a bit shorter than me, then he reaches and pats my shoulder softly with his paw. There's nothing to worry about. Oh, hey, a sausage stall. I'll go buy one. Our conversation ends just as he runs away. That was close. I could almost fall for his words. Liao, I know I've said this too many times. I still don't want you getting along with him. That's because you still don't trust him, right? A god who was once born a Yaoguai has no principles. The sweeter his words, the bitterer his lips. I caution you, Liao, don't trust everything he says. But he's a god now. He isn't the same as a Yaoguai. Even though their form might change, habits don't change that easily. One like him might do something and not even know it's wrong. Things would be fine if his Fudegon kept an eye on him, but right now, this far away from his temple, there's nothing keeping him in line. Who knows what that kitten could do? Even so, nevertheless, be careful. Hey Liao, I'm back. I got some mini sausages. You two want some? Senpai shows up suddenly with a bag of marinated cocktail sausages, cutting off my conversation with Tiger. Yes. Yes, Senpai, I'll have some. We kept wandering around the marketplace, taking in the sights until we finished our dinner. Sometime later, we headed home, full after a nice night walking through the markets. Man, who would have thought shopping all day could be so tiring? As soon as I get in the door, I make a beeline straight for the bathroom, have a shower, and head to lie down on my bed. When I come out, I find Leopard sitting on my bed, waiting for me. Has he just been there waiting for me all day? I feel sorry for him. I'm still super tired, so I just lay down on my bed and use my phone. After Senpai's shower, I end up talking with him for a little while. Afterwards, we end up going to bed early for the night. Liao, do you not want to fulfill my request? Keep me company. It was really nice hanging out with you yesterday. I don't really have anything I want to do today. Man, I just woke up and they were already on to me. How'd things turn out like this? Okay, who should we hang out with? Well, if I have to choose, I think Tiger really wants to go somewhere. I guess that means I've turned Leopard down twice now. He looks miserable, but honestly, I don't know what he wants me for, and I'd rather spend time with the other two. There isn't much else I can do, but I hope he's alright. Anyway, Tiger, what kind of appliance stores were you thinking about? Some store with plenty of devices. Amazing things like laptops or smartphones. They're such intricate devices. Your computer used to amaze me. Once I got a close look at your phone, I could not begin to imagine the possibilities. Such a convenient and wonderful device. Well, going to an appliance store wouldn't make much sense. You wouldn't even find a laptop there. Then where would we find one? I'll tell you along the way. We should get going. Should we buy the computer history book for Tiger? How about this? If we get the book, we can just save money elsewhere by not buying as much junk food for you. Perfect. Tiger is clearly embarrassed. So, would you rather get this book or some more junk food? I'll prefer the book. Knowledge is worth more than an excess food, after all. I yearn to keep up to date with the kids of today. I don't really think that's the type of book kids would be reading, but to each their own. Should we ask Dad about her powers? We've already read, like, most of this. Should we try to get Senpai and Tiger to get along? Okay, stop. Let's just, like, get to, like, story-changing thing. Who should we share the bento with? Well, I feel like we're doing stuff with the Yanshu-chi, so let's just go with him. Okay, at this race, I'll just have to pick someone. Senpai, that junk food is all you brought, right? For sure. On a hike, some high-energy food is perfect. Senpai's idea of perfect hiking food would just make most people ill. It's just going to be really weird having a proper meal while you sit there and eat a bunch of junk. But you can have some if you want. Hey. Huh? Leopard's sudden outburst catches me off guard, my attention quickly focusing on him. Oh hey, it's the, cool Aunt Ragu. Open up, Liao. What, Senpai, what do you want about? As I look up to check what he's up to, Senpai deftly drops one of his crackers into my mouth. It took me completely off guard. Through involuntary coughs and a bit of chewing, I eventually managed to swallow the cracker whole. I could have choked on that. Senpai, are you trying to kill me? Now that you've eaten some of my lunch, now can I have some of yours? What? Senpai snatches the chopsticks from my hands and picks up a piece of roasted meat. Om nom. Delicious! I don't believe you, Senpai. What? No way. Senpai, there's no need to lie about it. I know it's not made well. That doesn't matter. You made this, so I'm gonna eat it. But aren't you bothered by eating that after Reguru already had some? You're the one who was grossed out over the idea before. It was only a bite, and this is Liao's handmade bento. How could I not have a taste? Thanks, Senpai. It still tasted pretty bad, didn't it? It's my first attempt at making a bento. It couldn't possibly be good. Even Ragu has said as much. Taste isn't as important as the feelings that went into making it. That's what really matters. Even though I didn't really make it for you, well, if I'm the one eating it, then it was made for me. Your logic doesn't make any sense, Senpai. It works because I'm super duper awesome. That makes even less sense. Yup. Really, Senpai, I don't get you sometimes. That's not what's important, okay? I'll have the bento and you can eat my snacks. Cherish every bite. I packed them just for you. What? No. As full-on as he is, Senpai's ridiculous assertions made me chuckle, and in that moment, he swiftly takes the bento from my hands and starts to force down big mouthfuls of rice, meat, and vegetables. There's no getting that off him now, so I guess I have no other choice. I silently nibble away at the snacks Senpai packed for me as I watch him gobble down the rest of the bento I worked so hard on. Once we finish eating, I pack up the leftover rubbish. We have to keep the field clean after all. Who should we talk to about the whole romance thing? Perhaps it's best to ask Tiger about stuff like this. I'm more comfortable talking to him. Tiger, what do you think about what Ragu said? Like I already said, you shouldn't take heed over silly rumors. It was distasteful for him to tell you. Right, but with what they say about me, you don't think I have any of those kinds of feelings towards you, do you? I'd be flattered, Liao, but I'm a god, so perhaps it would be better for you to find a real boyfriend. So you think I should be with a human? It is a big difference. Just think, gods don't have bodies. It's impractical. Other people can't see us, so it would be unrealistic to do any normal couple activities in public. And on top of that, some gods are tied to their land, never able to leave it. You wouldn't be able to get married. Well, I guess you probably don't want to get married. Even if you can channel spirits, maintaining a relationship with a god is a hassle, one that is best to avoid. I guess that's true. But you know I like beastmen. And as you know, those don't exist. So wouldn't an animal god like yourself be a good alternative? Indeed. If that's only about appearances, you can't have a romance just founded on appearances, can you? I guess that's also true. Gods shouldn't just care for one worshipper. As such, to be in love with one would be strange. Yeah, I get that you don't want me getting involved with you. Tiger, what if I really don't go home after graduation? Would you care about what I do? What would you do? Honestly, Senpai could be the one who actually needs my immediate help. Without worshippers, he may... Stop joking around. Don't believe that little Yaoguai's wit. You don't know how his situation really is. Don't call me a little Yaoguai. What are you two getting so excited over? Nothing. Really? It doesn't feel like it's nothing. Is everything okay? Yes, it's nothing, really. Liao, don't take what he says too hard. If that old man's bullying you, just let me know. I would never bully Liao. Really? With all that yelling? What else could it be? I just... Okay, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys. Just try to keep it nice. The two of them walk off down the track ahead of us. Tiger waits until they're out of earshot before continuing. Liao, all they've said is but the surface of their problems. I do not believe you should promise anything until you know what they truly want. Still, I'd have to go there and see for myself. Liao, do you really not wish to come home? It's not like that, I just... Do we really never want to go back home? I don't mean to say I'll never go back, I just need some time to think about it. If you require time to think, I don't believe you should go with either of them. Who's to say you'll never be able to return? I don't know. Maybe I just don't want to feel like my whole life is just shackled to returning home someday. So you wish to stay away for a while. Yeah, but I also think I should still try and help them out. Liao, it sounds like you just want to help them so you can stay away from home. Isn't it sincere to rely on an excuse like that? If I go, I do my best to help. You know why I'm hesitant. This is going to change my life. It's a big deal. Certainly. But Liao, will you come home eventually? Even after helping them for a while, you will come home, right? I guess you could say that. Well then, I still don't encourage you to go help them. It would be easy enough to deal with the small kitten. But how would you be a Jitong after promising to be that Aborigine's oracle? But I digress. As long as you return home eventually, the only thing I care about is that you're safe, Liao. No matter what, Liao, you are the son of the Lin family, and I can't see you leave without accomplishing anything. Then I'd have to let you, even if I wouldn't feel good about it, especially if you became that Aborigine's oracle. Of course, as your family's guardian, it would be sad for me to see you go off to be the oracle of another tribe. At least, try to thoroughly consider all your options before making any promises. I know, trust me, I won't make any rash decisions. That's a good boy. Tiger pats my head. I don't know why, but this time it feels a little less reassuring than usual. We continued down the mountain trail together in silence. Senpai seemed a bit annoyed. I guess I didn't really give him much attention on the way back. To make up for leaving the other two cats to walk down the mountain in silence, I ended up getting them some treats. A hot dog for Senpai and some tea-flavored ice cream for Leopard. Leopard was completely perplexed by the ice cream until Senpai bought another one, showing him how to eat it. It was really lovely of him, but Tiger just kind of sat off to the side, watching us enjoy ourselves. I didn't know what to say. Neither did he join in or make any attempts to stop us. The rest of the night, Senpai and Leopard had fun while pulling me around to various shops before we finally headed home. It was a few days after our trip into the mountains. Qingming, the Tomb Sweeping Festival, is coming up soon. Now that I think about it, I should have bought a ticket in advance. I wanted to, already read all that. Should we hang out tomorrow with Senpai? Sorry, Senpai, I really have to study. Seriously, you'll totally stop caring about cramming so hard during the break once you're in second year. There's really no need to be serious about it, Liao. Well, I'm still a freshman, so even by your logic, I should care about this. Liao's just looking for an excuse not to go out with me. If you really want to look at it like that, then yes, it is an excuse. Well, fine, I get it. Even if this is our last chance. Huh? What do you mean? Nothing. Keep on studying. Yeah. I was just planning to go home and grab some stuff, so I might as well let you know I'll probably be out till late. Don't worry about me. Yeah, got it. Alrighty, see you tonight, Liao! That night, I waited and waited, but for the first time in a very long time, Senpai didn't come home. What's that kitten up to at this hour? It is getting a bit late. He's usually home by now. Let me call him and I'll see what's up. Worried that something bad might have happened, I pick up my phone and call his number. He doesn't pick up. If something came up, he would have at least left a message. Perhaps he fell asleep back at his own home. He was going to get some things ready. I doubt he'd just fall asleep. I used to feel like I wanted Senpai to go back home. Part of me still does, but I never wanted it to happen like this. We sat there, waiting for any sign of him. The clock turning past midnight before I'm left with nothing to do but trudge over to my bed, taking my worries to sleep with me. We're gonna leave off there tonight. So upset about that leopard CG. Anyways, I got nothing to say, so stay safe, have a good night,